This,
like literally.
this second,
Yeah.
trying to listen.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And if you ask me, I would maybe say just sitting here talking with you, but trying to listen. Okay, because that's what you're doing right now. Great. And so that mindset of just coming back to like right now. So that's our practice. And Diego talked to that very very beautifully just a few moments ago. So that so when we're right here, then let me back up for 1 second. So what's your name?
Stu.
Stu. Okay, Stu. Nice to meet you. So Stu, the question is very, it's very important, and there is so much incredible suffering in this world, so much that's going on, and yeah, and it's very complicated, right? It's very complicated, and it's so multi-layered, of course, and so and it's overwhelming, right? And so but our practice is coming back, and so that mindset of just sitting here, just listening, just talking to you, that's our true mindset, and that's the mindset from which we can help this world. And so yeah, maybe someone trips on the street, we can help them up, whatever. But and there's many there's so many ways of helping, and so when we are present and we are awakened to our compassion, and we know that we're not a separate self, and we're not separate, we're all connected, then whatever ways we can help this world then appears, and then we do it. For some people, it may be becoming an ordained monk or nun. For some people, it may be getting involved in politics. It may be being a psychotherapist. It can be anything. And so, and that's what we have to do. So our focus is what can I do, right? And it doesn't matter what form the helping is in, as long as it's something that it's true for us. It resonates. It opens up ways for us. It resonates maybe with our kind of our capacities, abilities, whatever. It's just getting in touch with that. And so, but of course, there is so much suffering in this world. But if we just sit around and think about it, and just maybe take in the news and everything, and we get overwhelmed, then we're disconnected from ourselves. We're disempowered, and then we can't help. So it's important to keep our clear direction of what is this, and then knowing, what's our direction? I do want to help. I want to be of service to others. So what's my way? What can I do? So
thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Tony.
Hi. Good to see you.
So my question for you is, the holidays are coming up, and many people, including myself, have complicated relationships with family that really come to the forefront during this time. So how can we use our practice to navigate that? And also, in my experience, if I try to help by trying to get people to change or act differently, that really doesn't work. So what is the alternative?
Great question. Yeah. Drop them trying to get them to change or do things differently. So, holidays can be difficult, for sure. And especially, like you said, we're meeting maybe where families where it's contentious, there's conflict, maybe relationships are not the most ideal, whatever. But so just to meet, when we're in that situation and we're spending time together, like at holidays or whatever, just to meet those family members, friends, whoever they are, just to meet them right where they're at, and just be there, and don't expect or want it to be different. Don't expect them to be different. But what's important is to be aware of one's own mind and what's coming up, and seeing, when the judging appears. dissatisfaction, whatever, wanting, oh, this is, this sucks, I want, why are you like that? We have to drop that and then just be there. And if when we can drop all the expectations or the judging or whatever, then through that presence and that clarity, then can just meet them where they're at, and then then it can be, I think then we're able to have as nice a time as is possible, and then just connect and be helpful, help cook, help do the dishes, whatever, just be there and just be open to whatever is and whatever comes one's way, right? And then it's going to be it's going to be as nice and as a pleasant time as it can be, and sometimes we're really it can be really happily surprised. But the main thing is just to drop that mind of wanting them to be different or act in different ways or whatever, and so that's I'd say that, and another, well, I'm not going to go into that. Sometimes if people, of course, are really crossing lines and stuff, then a family member, whatever, sometimes we have to express a certain boundary, doesn't, whatever. But the main thing is just to be there and connect and be helpful. Be helpful.
Hi, my name is Jeff.
Hi. Hi, Jeff.
Diego's talk, I related to it a lot. I've been feeling quite overwhelmed with too much to do and the suffering of the world. For me, the struggle tends to be more anxiety than depression, though a little of both. But you both have talked about knowing, and I thought in the Zen Center the big thing was not knowing. And I have felt, as I get older, and I felt this, like I have a lot of don't know mind. I feel like I don't know really anything, but it's come with a lot of anxiety instead of relief. It's come with like, God, I really don't know what I'm doing or that. And so anyway, that's my question.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for your question. Yeah. Well, first of all, not knowing stuff, not knowing what my direction is, not knowing what I want to do today, or not knowing whether I want to be in this relationship or not, whatever, that kind of not knowing, that's a form of not knowing. But what Diego was pointing to, and we talk about here at the Zen Center, the other kind of not knowing or don't know mind is complete. It's different. It's not that kind of not knowing. So yeah, so sometimes we don't know stuff. We're confused. What do I want to do about this or that? What's my direction, etc. And that's confusion, right? And that's when we're going through some personally difficult times. And so, but the not knowing, we call our root teacher, Zen Master Sun San, he taught don't know mind. So don't know mind is before thinking mind. It's what Diego demonstrated. Coming back to that, don't know, primary point, whatever. And so it's that's cutting off thinking. Right? So our practice is coming back, right? Coming back each moment, formal practice in our everyday life. And then through through coming back and building up our just capacity to kind of, maybe to know don't know mind a bit more intimately, building up that capacity to come back and be right here. So that's so by practicing don't know mind, just what is this right now, then that other kind of not knowing appears out of that, right? So for example, it's like maybe someone's confused, like maybe they're going to make a job change or a career change, but they're not really sure if I want to do this or I want to do that. And, this door is open for me and that one, but I don't really know. So then at some point, through practicing and getting clear, then it'll appear out of that. Oh actually I kind of want to get into I want to get involved in local politics and help that way. That's what I want to do. So the knowing what we want to do, in our life comes. That real clarity comes out of that place of don't know mind, that not knowing, that before thinking mind, right? And so and again, and you spoke about anxiety and things that you're going through, and that's and a lot of that, of course, we all have that. We all know that experience of anxiety. We've all had that, and so. So when we are, when there's a lot going on and we're feeling overwhelmed, then of course, anxiety appears, depression appears, and so the practice of coming back. So in formal practice is very important. Maybe I'll say a few more words about that in a couple of minutes. But the formal practice is very important, and also the informal, which is in our everyday life, just coming back to this present moment. That's the foundation of practice. Then again, that which we're confused about, we're anxious about, there's a shift. There can be a shift. So, does that answer your question? I think your question was kind of multiple parts to it, but
that it does, to clarify confusion from don't know. It's hard to come back to the present moment when the present moment is very anxious.
It can be very difficult. But there's and there besides practice, there's other besides our meditation practice, there's other ways also to work through anxiety and things and stuff. And so we're talking mostly about the practice end of it today, and that can really help. But it's really hard. You're right. It's hard when we're experiencing anxiety or depression. And but what we can always do, is we can always practice coming back to this moment. And so meeting our anxiety, right? So that's a part of it. If I'm anxious, but I reject that. Diego mentioned that our practice, it's not pushing anything away, it's not rejecting anything, and we also do our best through the foundation of coming back to the present, of not just attaching. When we attach, then come back, but not when we're able to soften a bit that attachment, or the stories about what's going on for me or my anxiety, then we're identified by it, and it's running our show. So practice also means meeting, and there's a lot I can say. I'm a psychotherapist, and so I have a lot of experience with working with anxiety and depression beyond just the Dharma way, but there can't talk about that. We don't have enough time now. But also meeting the anxiety, right now, what is this? Don't know. So just meeting that anxiety, not pushing it away, don't have to completely attach to it, and then just seeing, what is this? Yeah, what is this? Where maybe, feel, and again, we don't have the time. It's a big subject, and I wish we had more time, but I was just going to end with, from the practice point of view, and what we're doing here today, just that coming back. What is this? A great way, I'll just throw this out real quick, is, with anxiety, when sometimes, it's just to notice, okay, where's it showing up somatically in my body, right? We have our psychological, our mind relationship to our emotional experience, but then there's also what's going on in the body. Let's say, for all practical purposes, maybe only 50% is our mind, our psychological relationship to it. So sometimes maybe just noticing, where is it showing up in the body, breathing into that, breathing out, and then just what is, just coming back, just seeing what is this anxiety, and then maybe we get a little bit more in touch with, through that meeting and not pushing it away, maybe what's really going on for myself. Your question is very important and very deep, and it's multi-layered, and I wish we had more time, but what I can promise you absolutely is that practice of coming back, and like you said, yeah, it's hard. We come back, the mind goes off again because you're anxious, whatever. But if we just keep practicing, doing our best to come back, not in a forceful, tight way, a concerted effort, but gentle too, not tight. To just do that over and over. It is going to help. But again, thank you for your question. I wish we had more time for it. Thank you. Maybe we have time for one more question.
Hello.
Hi.
I have a question about the right reason to do something. So when there's suffering, and maybe I think of ideas or something on how I could help, but then I think, oh, maybe I don't have the right reason. Like maybe I want to help because I want to be right, and I want to just tell people what to do or something like that. But on the other hand, if people are suffering, like people are always suffering. So if any of us just wait until we have the perfect mindset and we just check our minds all the time, then like we're gonna just never do anything. So, or like, let's say I run a diamond mine, but the reason I run a diamond mine is that I donate all my profits to charity or something like that. So yeah, that's my question, is like the balance between doing something for the right reason and just doing something, period.
Mm-hmm. Great question, thank you. Yeah, so that comes down, again, it comes down to like, what's really my intention? And is this just for me, or is it bigger than just for me? So if I want to help somebody because I want to look good, that's tainted. That's not true helping. There's a lot of I, my, me there. Right, and so always coming back and seeing, so maybe there's a situation you see, well, there's something I can maybe do here, but you're not so clear. Like, what is my intention? Why do I want to do it? Well, then there's a lot of thinking going on there, and there's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of story. So it's always important. What's my, what is my intention here? And how can I really help? And so when we get, again, we're talking about this a lot too, excuse me. When we get beyond our thinking mind and our stories about it, then it just appears clearly. So then it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna create that diamond mine, and I can make a lot of money and donate that to help others. Wonderful, for example, right? And so whatever it is, but then we know what we're doing, and we know why we do it, and it just appears automatically, right? And so again, it's always about our true nature is before thinking, before name and form. We're not a separate self. So our practice is coming back to that, practicing that, and then from that, everything, things our way appears, whatever it is. And so, and however that is to help, maybe it's making a big plan, like a certain career change, or opening a diamond mine, for example, or it's just like Diego said, just someone trips on the street right there. If someone trips on let's say I'm walking down the street and someone trips, and I'm in my head thinking about stuff or whatever, I might not even notice. Or if I'm in my head and someone trips, but I'm really in my head, I might think, well, I don't know if they, maybe they won't like it if I touch their arm, and pull. Maybe they will freak out. Maybe they don't want that. I don't know if if I should step in here. That's just all thinking. It's like Diego said, at that moment, you just go and help that person. And if they reject you and say, hey, don't touch me, then you back off, okay, right? So again, and our true clear intention comes from presence, just right here, right now, with things as they are. Thank you. And I know we have to end now, and just want to thank everyone, and thank you, Diego, again for your talk, and everyone for your great questions, and Yeah, and again, the bone of our practice is, in the formal practice, all the formal practices we do that are available to us in our Sangha, and then in everyday life, so the foundation is coming back. What is this? Don't know. Just being things right here, right now. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your high-class teaching today. Just a few announcements. First, a little housekeeping. If you need to store your robe, please don't store them in the coat room because we're running out of room now that it's winter weather. And also, if you have some extra hangers that you would like to donate, let me or Daniel know. This afternoon, we're going to have our arts and crafts and holidays event. So we will put up the tree in the Dharma room, and we have a bunch of activities for folks to do. And we also need a couple of strong people to bring up the tree. It's made of wood, so it's a little bit heavy. So let us know if you can do that. We have a number of retreats coming up. 7-day YMJJ with Zen Master Hyunja, Alma Porter. She is coming beginning of December, and registration is still open. That's a 3-day minimum. Winter Kilcha is open for registration. And then we also have Foundations of Zen and a 1-day retreat in January. That's the registration for that should be open, I think, next week. And it's already they're already listed on the website, so you can check those for dates. This Thursday, Westside Zen Group is canceled. But Open Meadow Zen in Lexington is having a Thanksgiving dinner. So if you are interested in joining that, let me know or check the newsletter to RSVP for it. We are looking for more gift shop volunteers for Sunday. Carol is going to be traveling in January. So if you would like to be trained to open the gift shop on Sundays, again, let me or Danielle or Carol know. And then last but not least, Buddha's Enlightenment Day is December 13th. You can stay overnight on Saturday to join. We're going to have a special morning Keto chanting, of course our usual Dharma talk, and then we'll have a Together Action event in the afternoon. So I will just end there, and there will be some munchies outside, and also if you stay for the Zen Arts event, there will be some extra special ones. Thank you very much.
Where's the tree?
Right, well, the 2 doors there.
No, I'm storing stuff there. I better all my tools instead of going in.
So how do we bring it up?
We have to go outside the door. The wooden door goes open like this.
So then he's got to move his stuff.
I will help you because I have to get my tools out and put it in the trailer.
Let's get out of here. I'll change